Perhaps you are asking yourself, well, what just the hell is a danged old alien parasite? What is the term alien parasites? What does that mean? Well, alien parasites are what the Gnostics call Archons. However, we can further elucidate the meaning of that term Archon and understand that Archon equates with the negative ET, extraterrestrial factions that exist and that have had interaction with our world. The Nebu Empire, which comprises 6 negative ET races, primarily what we know of as the Greys and the Draco, the Sicars. However you call them, they're demons. Demons of this world is what they've been known historically. But Archons has a more celestial nuance to the word, to the meaning. However you define them, these Archons cause delusions in people's thinking because they convince their victims to believe things that are not true. A delusional person has false or unrealistic beliefs or opinions. A delusional person is someone who has a belief that is held with an extremely strong conviction despite superior evidence to the contrary. Now, this trait may be a brave attribute, but the delusional person refuses to listen and consider the opposite opinion. The mature and wise individual always is willing to listen to an opposing opinion and actually is eager to hear the opposing point of view in order to make sure his or her theories and beliefs can withstand all opposing ideas and to revise his or her ideas if necessary. Gnostics call these Archons parasites because they, in essence, live inside the minds of human beings. They steal psychic and life energy from human beings as they slowly devour their host. They're aliens because they're not indigenous to this planet. Archons existed before there were human beings on this planet. Alien parasites serve people lies and install false realities while they are feeding off these people. Almost everyone has experienced nightmares, and some people have experienced a type of dream far worse and far more dramatic called a night terror. These dreams can be extremely vivid and terrifying for a while, but as soon as the person wakes up, he or she realizes that the night terror was just a dream. What makes dreams so fascinating to this discussion is that when a person is dreaming, he or she believes that the dream is real. When the person wakes up, he or she realizes that the dream was only a subconscious simulation that tricked him or her into believing it was real. The pounding heart and sweating brow of the person who just had a nightmare attests to how real the nightmare was for him or her during their dream experience. This demonstrates at a simple level that you can and do believe in reality simulations generated by your own mind, at least while you're asleep. This leads to the inescapable conclusion that you are vulnerable to other types of reality simulations. Of course, everything you experience, everything, whether you call it normal, waking consciousness, deep sleep, meditation, or drug-induced perceptions is real. However, some realities lack an integral congruence. They lack an alignment with the attributes of the nature of the absolute. When people say something smells rotten, They are intuitively referring to the fact that something is not in harmony with the truth, or it is synthetic, lacking in authenticity. The Archons are also said to be aliens because for those with clairvoyant sight, Archons physically resemble many of the popular images the public has of extraterrestrials: small bodies, large heads, enormously large eyes, sometimes appearing fish-like or reptilian. In the Gnostic texts on the origin of the world, it is affirmed that the Archons are like an aborted fetus since they do not have spirit. In the first apocalypse of James, the Christos calls the Archons alien beings. Jay Weidner, famous filmmaker, author, and scholar on Ren's Radio, stated the following about the Archons, and I quote, "Gnostics preach that there was an invasion that occurred about 3600 BC and about 1600 years before the Nag Hammadi texts were buried. They wrote that this invasion was like a virus, and in fact, they were hard pressed to describe it. The beings that were invading were called Archons. These Archons had the ability to duplicate reality, to fool us. They were jealous of us because we have an essence of some kind, a soul that they don't possess. And the Nag Hammadi texts describe the Archons. One looks like a reptile, and the other looks like an unformed baby or fetus. It is partially living and partially non-living, and has gray skin and dark, unmoving eyes. The Archons are duplicating reality so that when we buy into it, when we come to believe that the duplicated false state reality is the real reality, then they become the victors." Paul Chin, journalist for the Canadian newspaper, adds the following information. By understanding what it means to be human, according to ancient Gnostics, manipulative extraterrestrials became revealed. Manipulative extraterrestrials seek to confuse a critical appreciation among human beings of their essence as intelligent, sentient beings. However, if one can appreciate the essence of what it means to be human, manipulative extraterrestrials are revealed by subtracting that essence from an alien shadow that seeks to occupy the same time space with the human essence. The alien shadow can be compared to a parasitic virus, which latches on to healthy cells in a body in a manner that debilitates those healthy cells toward their prospective destruction. Gnostics detected manipulative extraterrestrials that they called Archons as an artificial intelligence that pursues an agenda of pure ego. There are millions of alien races, and many of them help humanity on a regular basis. However, there is a group of aliens, the Archons, who are invading this planet not through direct military force, but through an invasion of the human mind. They are aliens, make no mistake. However, they are not physically allowed on planet Earth. In the movie Constantine, someone says to the lead character, John Constantine, an exorcist, "We're finger puppets to them, John, not doorways. They can work us, but they can't come through onto our plane." Beneficial aliens also function through consciousness, since your battle with the alien parasites is a battle in your consciousness holographic simulation. Virtuous alien races, Christed extraterrestrials, are actively helping you in this war. And so is the Umbanda New Earth Education Center through this little podcast that's put out infrequently, sometimes frequently. But it's all to support the cause of elevating the consciousness of all of you strange people. Namaste, namaskaram.